My name is Lorena Fontaine, and I'm the head of the Department of Indigenous Studies at the University of Manitoba. Welcome to your first day in this course. Whether you're a Faculty of Arts student fulfilling the Indigenous course requirement, or from another faculty, this course likely fits into your academic or professional plans. But today I want you to pause and ask yourself, what other reasons might I have for being here? I want you to think 5 years ahead. Where do you see yourself? What is your job? Who do you work with? Who do you serve in that job? Who are your friends, family, community? Where are they in life, and who do they interact with on a regular basis every day? Now ask yourself, what knowledge do I need to flourish? This course offers more than academic credit. It provides you with critical knowledge and skills that are essential for being an engaged citizen of Canada and the world. It helps you build the capacity to connect meaningfully with Indigenous peoples with rich, diverse histories and experiences as the first peoples of this land. Wherever your path leads, whether into law, healthcare, education, engineering, business, or the arts, you will encounter Indigenous individuals, families, and communities. This course will prepare you for those interactions in a way that foster respect, understanding, and meaningful relationships. Learning about Canada's history, including colonialism, residential schools, the 60s scoop, and the ongoing injustices faced by Indigenous women, girls, and 2S LGBTQ+ individuals, is not just about the past, it's about the future you are helping to shape. Understanding these realities is part of your responsibility as a future leader, neighbor, and human being. You'll also learn about Indigenous cultural and political contributions, vital parts of both local and global history. In this video, you'll hear from people who've walked this path, former students, professionals, educators, and community leaders. They'll share how engaging with Indigenous content changed the way they think, work, and live. Their stories show that this course isn't just about finishing your degree. It's about developing a deeper understanding of the first peoples of this land, our contributions, our histories, and the injustices we've endured. Because that understanding is the foundation of reconciliation and the first step towards a future built on truth, respect, and real change.
History is really important because if you can understand history, you understand now.
We talk about truth and reconciliation a lot. In order to get to reconciliation, we have to have a common understanding of truth. And I really think that that's the basis. A course like this, it helps us all get on that common ground.
You know, it's always hard when you see the word mandatory, and I think of kids saying, why do I even need algebra? How am I going to use that? And you just think of this foundational thinking that, you know, really drives your critical thinking, your collaboration, your problem solving. It's not about the course.
If you are in Canada, Indigenous people are an integral part of the society.
In Manitoba, 1 in 5 people in our province is Indigenous. It's important that, you know, regardless of where you plan to serve and what field you plan to serve in, you will most definitely be serving Indigenous peoples in some way or another. And it's very important that everyone has that knowledge with understanding, with compassion, with empathy, with sort of a full picture to work with as they, you know, go forward in their careers.
When I came to university and I started to learn about myself, I started to realize that there was a lot more to me. There was a lot more to our histories.
It's just that diverse community of people that you get to learn from and kind of get a peek into their experiences that was very unique, and I really appreciated from the class.
You know what, you get to sit beside someone that has walked in a different way than you.
I definitely see this as an opportunity to bring our communities together. People who are coming to the country get to learn actually about the history that shaped it. It's definitely an opportunity to see the world in a new perspective and interact with people in a better decolonial way.
And you can start just truly understanding that in Canada there are folks that have been afforded privileges that others have not. Ideally, this will open your heart to compassion, to empathy, to understanding, and ideally action as you move forward.
There was class interactions and just allowing us to critically think about things that we learn and kind of communicate that with our peers.
By becoming involved with the community events and becoming involved with the faculty and the other students, I have a strong social circle in the university, and it extends outside of the university.
Bringing Indigenous values into this conversation is so important, and that's where a course like this teaches you what those values are, because they may not be evident to you.
Indigenous peoples had very strong, intelligent, progressive, highly developed ways of doing things before colonialism, and they still do.
Our Indigenous Awards program here at the Business Council of Manitoba, it's really helped us by deeply understanding where people are coming from and what they need to be supported. It allows us to adapt those programs for them to be as successful as possible. I can't tell you how impactful it's been, but without that understanding, you're right back at square one and you never get off that square.
Having students who come in with, I'm going to say sort of like the ABCs of who First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people are, coming with that knowledge to medical school allows us within our longitudinal health curriculum to progress that so that by the time you've graduated from medical school and you're entering into residency, you'd have an advanced understanding that you could actually apply in relationships or communications with Indigenous patients. I feel like I wish somebody had explained that to me years ago, because it would have made my job a whole lot easier when I graduated. If you're resistant to taking an Indigenous course prerequisite, I would advise you to rethink joining a healing profession, especially medicine in Manitoba.
If you're resistant to taking an Indigenous course prerequisite, you most definitely might want to reconsider your understanding of reconciliation and your responsibilities as a person living in Canada to live in a relationship, equal partnership and relationship with other people.
Really, the ICR is an absolute opportunity in personal reconciliation, in personal citizenship.
This has changed how I perceive the world, how I discuss history and think about the world of how it is today, how I see other people and interact. I definitely think the Indigenous course requirement has really helped me see the world in a different way.
This is literally about the future and how we participate and how we grow as a province and society.
It's foundational to our existence. It's foundational to Canada. It's foundational to the peoplehood, the quilt of Canada.
It is a great opportunity to take an Indigenous course. I plan to pursue law school in the future, and I think I just see justice in a different lens and just knowing what to fight for. Yeah, you will love it for sure.
We all have a responsibility to try to do the next right thing in life. And I think right now in Canadian society, the next right thing is to learn about these issues for people.